you got to get in the groove. You know what I'm saying? Get that energy flowing. You might be having a bad morning. You might be having a case. You might be having a case of the Wednesdays. It's midweek. The stock portfolio is down. But you're still thinking about how can I continually to make that money, even though the stock market is down, even though I only made $100 in the pre-market. I only made $100 going on 99. How do I continue to make this money? And I know a lot of you guys are looking out there like, what's today's stock pick? You know what? Today's stock pick is Tesla. That's right. Tesla got fined for $137 million by a former employee who was the elevator operator. That's right. So he went from being an elevator operator to $100 millionaire, $137 million lawsuit. Okay. $130 million was punitive damages, and $6.9 million of that was essentially for what's the other one? The bullcrap one they give you for like mental pain and damages or something like that. But that's what we're living at today, ladies and gentlemen. So today's stock pick is Tesla. Tesla should be down. Okay, Tesla should be down, and this is where you buy. But as I'm looking at Tesla, I'm just getting to this very quickly, and we're going into the business credit. Tesla is down in the pre-market. So this is when you go in and buy Tesla, because Tesla's paying out $137 million to a guy, I think his last name is Diaz, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, that brother, that man right there is $100 millionaire. And now let's get into this business credit, because now you want to use others people's money so you can have some. So first and foremost, the one question that you have is, what is business credit? It's the same as personal credit. It really is, but you use it for your business. It's very simple, okay? It's money that you was essentially loaned from a lender that deals in business credit as well as personal credit. A lot of banks do both. A lot of private entities do both, right? But the difference is not having that level of risk in your personal finance. It's all debted into your business, okay? So let's do some basic definitions as we always do, and then let's build on that, and so we can continue on. Let's look at this. So business credit allows a company to borrow money that can be used to purchase products or services. It is based on the trust that the payment will be made in the future. Access to cash and credit is a business lifeline. Okay, it's always good to have business credit just in case you need it. A lot of you may be dealing with cash right now, your own cash, but the level of risk is high, because if anything occurs, you can't go and borrow business credit because you have not established it. And that's how we're going to learn here today. Business credit allows a company to borrow money that can be used to purchase products or service. Business credit, let me tell you, business credit can be used for about anything. You can use business credit to go buy a car for the business, wink, wink. You can go and buy a house for the business, wink, wink. But then again, you can use business credit to buy t-shirts, office supplies, desks, computers, whatever the case may be. It's all in a write-up. But again, this is about what is business credit and how to establish business credit. So let's move on. One of the most important things that you need to know about business credit is how to establish a connection to vendors, right? Those who you be buying from, those who you be essentially getting your supplies from. And just as a quick definition, a vendor, also known as a supplier, is a person or a business entity that sells something, okay? It could be services or product, FYI. Large retail store chains such as Target, for example, generally have a list of vendors from which they purchase goods at wholesale prices. Then they sell at retail prices to their customers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very important. We need to understand business credit before your business, because essentially you may come into some spots where you need to actually borrow money from your lender, right? These things are important that we understand this. So if I was to go out and essentially give you the quick version of this video, the quick version of this video, if you don't want to watch the whole damn video, is first and foremost, build an LLC, form an LLC or an S Corp. Form an LLC, a limited liability company, or an S Corp. From there, you get your EIN number, also known as your taxpayer ID number for your business. Then you shall open up a business bank account. A business bank account. Then you set up a business phone number. And then from there, you get a business credit card and then open up lines of credits with suppliers. There you go. Form an LLC, get an EIN number, open up a business bank account, set up a business phone number, get a business credit card, and then start to figure out who and what your vendors and services will be and establish a line of credit with them. And most importantly with that, and I'm going to get on this as well because I have another screen here I want to show you, is net 30 accounts. Net 30 accounts, okay? Net 30 accounts are very, very important when you're establishing business credit. And I'm just going to read here, and this is from what? The Small Business Administration. It says here, by asking credit terms from your suppliers. Listen to this. By asking for credit terms from your suppliers. Ladies and gentlemen, that's wherever you over and over get your products and supplies from. I remember I had a young lady on here. The name of her company is, she's going to kill me. The name of her company is Sugar Salts, okay, without the A. Sugar Salts without the A. Beautiful young sister named Janice. And she has products, right? She has hair and natural skin organic products. And she has a supplier. And you have to essentially make sure that your supplier can extend and lend you credit and also report that to the 3 business credit agencies. And we're going to get on that. Let's first define what a net 30 account is. Right. So by asking credit terms from your supplier, you enable your business to hold on to cash for a longer period of time. You can obtain products and services your business needs and defer the payment on those purchases for 30 days, thereby conserving cash flow. This is called net 30 account. Very easy. So when lenders extend you products and or services on credit, they say, hey, just pay me in a month. That's essentially a net 30 account. And the one thing that you want to ensure is that that net 30 account actually report to the 3 credit agencies, okay? To the 3 credit agencies. Very important. And see, a lot of times, if we don't understand the realm, the atmosphere of business, we may not know the 3 credit agencies. So the main one that I really want you to focus on here is Dun and Bradstreet, okay? That works off the Paydex score. Dun and Bradstreet is the #1 business credit reporting agency, which will help you to establish and increase your line of business credit. Dun and Bradstreet. I want you to go and do your own research on this. I won't dig too deep, okay? But again, using that business credit card will automatically attach this to Dun and Bradstreet, as well as Equifax, and as well as Experian. If you notice, we did not talk about TransUnion. These are the top 3 business credit agencies that your net 30 account should be reporting to, or whoever your lender and vendor is, okay? Whoever your vendor and supplier is. Again, that's Experian, Equifax, and Dun and Bradstreet. So I know a lot of times people just give you the information, but they don't tell you exactly where to go, okay? So I'm going to help you out. I went over here to nav.com, okay, nav.com, and I'm going to give you a couple of companies that you may not be familiar with that is essentially a net 30 account that reports through the 3 business credit agencies, okay, for your business credit report. Very important. So first and foremost, we have Shirtsy, okay, Shirtsy, and you can get into this, of course. It's about t-shirts for business cards, business t-shirts, etc. Like even with myself, I've used this company before, but I also use Teesprings. I use Teesprings as well as I use Shirtsy. But Shirtsy is going to report that to the 3 credit, the business credit agencies, which will help me to establish business lines of credit. Okay, let's move on. We won't stay long here. You got Shirtsy, Crown Office Supplies to speak for itself, Creative Analytics, Business T-Shirt Club, Uline, Quill, Summer Office Supplies, Granger, Ohana Office Products, and then of course NAV. It says technically is a net 30, but paying your bill every 30 days for one of NAV's paid plans, Business Boost or Business Loan Builder can help you build business credit by establishing a new trade line. See, I think the important takeaway here, family, is that you need a business credit card to really start establishing business credit, which is very easy. And a lot of these services you can put on a monthly recurring charge from your credit card. Now, speaking of our credit cards, right? So I went here. I have my personal American Express card, right? I have my personal American Express card right here, right? But then you also need your business one as well, okay? And I'm going to show you this one a little closely here. I'm going to show you the major difference. So here's my personal American Express card. You see my name on the card, right? Hopefully you can see that. And then here's my business card, and you see what's on it. Ross World Financial, okay? And it says what? Business cash. And for you guys who are not familiar, now this is just my business credit card, right? This should show you a little bit here. This is the particular card that I have right here. I have the business cash card, right? And here's some of the benefits of that card. And the one thing I love about it is 0 annual fee. This is one of the things I always look for when it comes to any credit card is 0 annual fee. Now, a lot of times these cards may not give you the amount of credit that you want or need, but at least it will establish a good credit line. I believe that particular card, business credit card that I have, is at least 20 grand. It's around 20 grand, which is good for any business, especially small business, to at least get off the ground with and establish a larger line of credit, a larger line of business, so you can borrow more cash. And when you establish a really good paydex score from Dun & Bradstreet, then it's time to go over to the Small Business Administration to figure out what type of loan you need and how much money that you need, right? And if you go over to smallbusinessadministration.gov, loans for borrowers, you have your 7A loans, okay? You have 504 loans, and you have your micro loans. Our smallest loan program providing $50,000 or less to help business start up and expand, okay? And that's why I tell really use your business credit card very sparingly, right? And the reason why it's great to have a business credit card, because automatically these things on here you can essentially write off. Especially if you're in your first 3 to 5 years of your business, you can write those suckers off. Let me tell you, anything I bought for the business, I've written off, and I've got a nice tax return because it's the law. I'm going to tell you, do not play with your business credit. Do not play with your tax return, because the IRS may not get you this year, but boy, they'll sure get your ass in the future. So you make sure you're doing the right thing, family, okay? Because I know some people who owe the IRS some darn money. I said, no. You get yourself a good CPA, and you make sure they know essentially the law itself and how they support taxes and business and your personal taxes as well. And of course, how can you start writing things off legally? The thing here is I like to deal with the 2 L's, not LLC. I like to deal with the 2 L's, loopholes and legal. There's a lot of loopholes within the tax code of America. And if you get a good CPA, and a lot of these good CPAs used to work for the IRS, so they know how to use these loopholes legally in order for you to get the best tax advantage, whether it be deductions or a larger return. It doesn't matter. So establishing business credit is very important. And another good thing about risk, a lot of you are using your personal credit to fund your business. If your personal credit is decent enough, more times than not, you will and could apply and be guaranteed a business credit card. And that is what you should be working for. You always want to separate your personal from your business, okay? This is essentially how you lower your risk. Now, some people who are looking into real estate, if you look at this loan right here, you're going to see that it says long-term fixed rate financing to purchase or repair real estate. So you can take a 504 loan and actually go out and buy real estate through the smallbusinessadministration.gov, which is essentially the federal government. Me personally, I've essentially associated with private investors. They have that as well. You have some private investors that would essentially give you 85% of the amount of money that you're asking for while you put down 15%, and some of them are 20%. One of the companies I use that is not very, very popular, right? And you probably never seen this before. It's called the Investment Property Loan Exchange. Okay. And that's iploanexchange.com if you want to tap into these. They deal in rehab, construction, as well as rental properties when you're trying to acquire property. Okay. Some really good people there, all about business, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So again, let me just do a recap before I lose anyone here. When we're talking about business credit, the short version of business credit: form an LLC, get an EIN number, also known as a taxpayer ID for your business, open up a business bank account, set up a business phone number, get a business credit card, and then open up a line of credit with your supplier and or vendor. Okay, very important. So now that I'm on it again, let me show you something else. So I showed you, again, my business credit card, have I not? And I showed you where I have mine, but all of these companies have business credit cards. You see right there, business credit card. That's what I deal business with. Anytime I buy something for the business, then essentially I make sure that's reported, and then later on I can write it off. Okay. I'm trying to tell you now, my business bank account is with Bluevine. What I love about Bluevine, zero fees. That's what I like about Bluevine. Very simple. And a lot of times you got to go out and search for good bank accounts that don't really charge you any money, okay? So checking built for small businesses, unlimited transactions, live support, and no monthly fees. All right. No hidden fees, 1% interest on your balance up to $100,000, and it's built for business, features and smart, blah, 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 right? My key thing here, ladies and gentlemen, is no hidden fees when it comes to my business bank account, because a lot of times, anytime you have a business bank account, these bank accounts, these credit cards try to charge you a whole slew of fees and charges and hidden all sorts of things. So I like to dive deep into companies to make sure they don't charge me anything. So here we go. Bluevine, no minimum deposit or balance. So if your business goes in debt, they won't close your account. No monthly service fees, so they're not tick-tacking your money away each and every month simply for you holding an account. No ATM fees for 38 Money Pass locations nationally. No fees for non-sufficient funds. No fees for non-sufficient funds. And then you get 2 free checkbooks. Ladies and gentlemen, how important it is that you don't get a return check or overdraft fee of $35 to $50. You have no fees for non-sufficient funds. So when you're using that debit card, right, or you transferring back and forth money and the money's not there, they're not going to charge you an extra fee to dig you deeper inside the hole. Matter of fact, Bluevine, you should be reaching out to your boy since I'm promoting you for free. Bluevine, give me some promotion videos. But anyway, it's about the information for you guys. But this is the business bank account that I use. I think it's very good. Let me go a little bit deeper here. Built for businesses, unlimited transactions, no minimum balance required. Pay vendors and bills by ACH, wire, or check. You see that? So the money that you have in your business bank account, you can pay directly to lenders and vendors. Make transfer to your other accounts. Lock your card in seconds, easily schedule on time. And of course, they are backed by who? The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, up to $250,000, and that's through Coastal Community Bank. But the headline bank is Bluevine. Okay. All right. So let's move right along, because this information is important, because a lot of times people ask me, "Hey Ross, like one of my subscribers asked me to do this very video." But I like to give you more information so you're not scouring the internet. Now, you're going to have to do some research, right? How to form an LLC, which I've done a video on. So a lot of videos, if you search through the thousands of videos that I have, you will find the information. And I try to give it in a very financial literacy 101 way, right? Very surface. So it's very easy for you to comprehend and understand and actually go out and do it. Because sometimes people can speak very professional. And what we have here is the Bluevine Bank, who has a GDP of, they start speaking. They're like, man, come on, just give me the information, right? So again, that's my business bank account with Bluevine. Let's move on, because I think it's important that you understand what your EIN should look like. So here's my EIN with the IRS, okay? Ross World, legal name Ross World, right? And then, of course, you need to register with your state. Where is that at? Certificate of filing for Ross World right here, LLC. And it goes, this is through the state of Texas, which I operate on. And this happened, about a year ago. As soon as I knew that I was moving to Texas, I formed my LLC in Texas. Very, very important. Not my first time and probably not my last time. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've dug deep enough for you guys to understand what is business credit, how is business credit established, and really looks like when you started going out shopping around with different businesses, different checking accounts, different credit cards. And then, of course, my business phone number is through Google Voice. 1000% free. It comes through my regular phone. I don't need a business phone and a personal phone. It's a separate phone number from my personal phone number through the app that rings right here on this phone. There you have it. Blue Vine, business checking account, American Express, business credit card, Google Voice, my business phone number. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great and wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.